The Lightning collection is dead. I even don't think that Hasbro is going to make Power Ranger toys at all anymore. So we got news today, and a lot of you guys already know that Hasbro licensed out all Power Ranger toy rights to Playmates globally, including Asia. So Playmates is now in charge of making all the Power Ranger toys from this point on. They are going to already launch a line in 2025 that is going to be more kid-centric and marketed towards children. But they also have the ability, if they choose to do one, like a collectible line like the Lightning Collection, where they can do vehicles, props, you know, weapons, whatever they want to do. They have the ability to do that. The question is whether they will or not. Um, I'm just really surprised that Hasbro has just like basically put this on Playmates and say, you make toys, even though we're a toy company, we want other people to make their toys. So, they are already licensed out Super 7. They already licensed out 3-0. And they've done this with other brands as well, but Power Rangers in particular has been everywhere. A lot of the licenses have been expiring that they previously gave out, like with Figpin. I want to say probably Super 7 is finishing up as well too, because a lot of those things are going on like super clearance, where you can buy them for like almost 90% off with certain things, right? Like Figpin and just other stuff that they have done. They license out the brand with. So it is clear that they're going in a very different direction. What direction? I don't know. As I said, like Hasbro said that they are going to continue to hold the entertainment rights and continue to steer Power Rangers in a way that, it can be globally marketed. So, they're still going to make the decisions for Power Rangers. It doesn't seem like Hasbro is really interested in making toys anymore. It seems that you're more interested in like collecting IPs and then licensing out those IPs for other people to spend money on production and then just collect the royalties and the fees. You know what I mean? So the licensing fees. So I think that's what they're more looking at right now. And I think especially with sort of like the Magic card boom that has been going on recently, and even the Pokemon card boom, like they're seeing like, you can print these little cards for 75 cents and they be worth so much money. And yet they make these toys that are plastic, that are low in quality, still want them and want them to be better, but it costs them more to make these plastic figures, ship them out and send them out than it does cards, right? And then you even look at their sell of E1, right? And you're looking at their entertainment section. It's like, do you guys want to actually make movies and TV shows, or do you guys want to like license out the rights for other production companies to make, these films and TV shows? Transformers is one of the really big brands that is on TV and film all the time. But Hasbro doesn't necessarily put up all the money for these to get made. A lot of production companies, distributors and stuff like this will put up the monies for those to get made, and they're seen so big and they're big events, right? And they don't really have to put much effort. You know what I mean? So like, we saw them try to do Snake Eyes, the G.I. Joe movie in E1, didn't do well. E1 also had a bunch of like TV shows like The Rookie and stuff that's like on cable TV that they were producing that have nothing to do with any of the toys that they make, and they just sold it off because they were paying for that production. They don't want to pay for it anymore. So I don't think that they're going to sell Power Rangers. I think it is more profitable for them to hold on to Power Rangers and then just tell these other companies, here, go make Power Rangers stuff, and then we get whatever cut of whatever you sell after you make and you spend all your money on these costs. And it's just like, it's just a machine at this point that doesn't seem to know what to do with Power Rangers. I mean, it is clear they came in with Beast Morphers for the season, right? We're just talking entertainment-wise. And a lot of that was still being done with Saban and his production companies and his people that were, leading them in these different directions. And then, they kind of took over more in season 2, and Dino Fury is really where they took over, and to Cosmic Fury. And although those were a lot better than previous seasons that we have gotten, Ninja Seal, Samurai, whatever, Megaforce, whatever you don't think is good, Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury were much better than in a lot of the previous seasons we had been getting. And, they even brought back, David Yost and Walter Jones and for these Mighty Morphin booms and definitely pushing Mighty Morphin. And that's the thing is like, it's always going to be Mighty Morphin in front because that is what sells. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but in reality, like every time they sell, Mighty Morphin stuff, they're able to fund something from SPD or from Lost Galaxy or something like that is like less well known than Mighty Morphin. But that focus on it was very, very strong in the Hasbro era. They in Beast Morphers, they brought back Jason. In Cosmic Fury, they brought back Billy, and they did the Once and Always. And Playmates, they're known for like Ninja Turtles. Like that's their big brand that they have. And they have made so many different iterations of 4 characters over and over and over that Power Rangers makes sense for them. Like they get more characters now and they have like a pantheon of Rangers to choose from. But we already know that this Playmates Kid Toys line is going to be Mighty Morphin centric. And a lot of people are already upset about it. Some people don't like that there's going to be a kid centric line. Me personally, like I'm like kids run the toy business, right? So like if there's a toy that has Power Rangers that is successful, that is just great for the brand and continuing and pushing it forward to getting more things that more collectibles, entertainment wise, whatever it be, just more of it, right? So like I'm okay with that. My thing is Hasbro had put in all of this work as far as the Lightning collection goes. And then they're just like, nah, we're good. Like, what are you thinking? Like, like why do it all then? You know what I mean? And maybe that's because that's under the direction of the prior CEO, and I can't think of his name at the time, but before he passed away, that had the vision for Power Rangers and it being again a globally recognized brand. And this new CEO that's taken over that was previously more in charge of like the card gaming, like Magic and Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. And he sees like why spend that much money when you're making more money spending less? You know what I mean? And I get that. I totally get that. But then like, why buy Power Rangers? And if you're continuing that, why even keep it? You know what I mean? Like, why keep Power Rangers at this point if you're literally going to give it out to every single person and just be like, you do your thing, but just give me a check, give me a check, give me a check, give me a check. And it's just like, you're not proud of your brand. You got to be proud of it. And you got to show people that you're willing to work with it and work hard on it. And it just doesn't seem that Hasbro has been doing that lately. And I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's just, I don't know what they're thinking. It's like they don't want to make money. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, we bought this. We're just going to let it, do this, but we don't want to do anything with it. We rather other people do things with it and see what they can do and make us money. Which, it just seems lazy. I don't know. Like, it just seems lazy. I know a lot of people are like, just send it back to Bandai. Give them back the toy rights. And Bandai wasn't making great stuff when they ended the line. And I can't say that Bandai America is making good stuff now. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about Bandai Japan. I'm talking about Bandai America because that's what we would get here, right? And McFarlane was supposed to have some Power Ranger figures that come out, but we haven't seen them yet. But they aren't really, that isn't something supposed to be driving the line. It's just supposed to be something on store pegs that is worth, we got 3-0 that is making amazing stuff, right? But they're like $120 a figure. That is not a marketable figure. That is not a marketable figure beyond collectors. So I don't see the thing here. So, they just launched more Funko Pops. They're doing NFTs, and that was great. Like, I thought, okay, good. Like, they're putting more into it. But again, they're not making the Funko Pops. Funko is, right? So it's just continuing on. I went on a rant. There's probably going to be like no photo things in here. It's just me just going to upload talking about it. It's probably be a crummy thumbnail. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like, I do think it's good that Playmates is going to be having toys out for Power Rangers. Like, we're going to have toys again. And I think that's great because toys, things on store shelves help the brand. I would love for it to be more for collectors as well. I would love for them to have 2 lines, a kids line and a collector line, but I don't think that's going to be right off the bat. And again, that's sort of like if Playmates wants to, right? So let me know in the comments what you guys think, and yeah, y'all know what time it is.